Okay, welcome everybody. My name is Terry De. I've been doing lots of experimenting with resin prints lately and alcohol inks. So I'm just going to show everybody what my process is, and hopefully it helps somebody out. So the first thing we're going to do is I just finished print on my Elegoo Mars. I'm going to put a link to the model in the description. So I'm just going to take it off the build plate here, and we'll go from there. Set this aside. So the first thing we're going to do is clean off the print. For this model, every model is going to be a little different, but for this model in particular, I'm going to leave it on the build plate just to make it easier to add the colored inks. For other models, I'll take it off if they're larger, but this is a really delicate model, and the pieces sort of fit together like a chain, so I don't want to take them off just yet. So I'll set this aside, put the cover back on. So I really try and work with as clean an area as I can. Just keeps it organized and have everything you need out and ready to go if possible. So first thing I'm going to do is clean the print. I just have 99% isopropyl alcohol, IPA. Hopefully the camera can see that okay. And I'm just going to take the whole build plate and just dunk it right in and give it a pretty vigorous stir. So I'm using Anycubic Clear resin, and it's the only clear resin I've tried, so somebody might have success with other ones, but what I've found works the best to keep it as clear as possible is to give it quite a good cleaning, and then apply the inks immediately and put it straight into the UV box. So I just gave it a quick cleaning there. So now I'm just going to put a rainbow sort of color on here. We'll start with blue. And I just put little dabs. It will spread, and you can always add more as you go. So there's no need to put too much on there. Next I'm going to go with green. And this is kind of the fun part. You can make whatever patterns you want or make them flow however you'd like. Something to keep in mind I didn't think of the first few times is it's almost nice to leave some clear as well. And you'll see here, I'll hold this up to the camera right away, and you'll see how nice the colors kind of blend together. Okay, so that's all it takes. I'm going to add a couple more on this side. Okay, so that's all it takes there. I don't know if I can get that to zoom quite right, but you can see that right there. Pretty nice colors. So now I'm going to take this off the build plate, take the model off the build plate, and I'm going to clean the supports off before I put it in my UV box. And I'm going to clean this quickly. I really try not to put any of the colored ink back into my clear resin, just so I don't have any tint at all on my next print. if people are interested, I might do a second video with just a single color and showing how you can dilute the alcohol in IPA, or the alcohol ink in IPA, if you go too dark. So just get that out of the way, and we'll take these supports off. You could definitely spend more time and be careful not to spread the ink here. I'm just kind of doing this quickly, but you can see my colors have sort of blended together a little bit, which is fine. Every one of these is a little bit different, but you kind of get the idea. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in the my UV chamber, and I am going to put it in there for as short a time as I can. So I'm going to keep a really close eye on it, and as soon as the prints are no longer tacky, I will pull it out. And the reason for that is I don't want these prints to lose their translucence. Get her plugged in. Okay, and that should take a couple minutes. I take my gloves off now, and while I'm waiting, I'm just going to clear everything else off my table, just so we can see what we're doing for the next step. Okay, so we've had this in the curing box for about 5 minutes. I am going to take it out, and I'll show you here quickly how the translucence has sort of disappeared from the model. And the model, by the way, is Butterfly's Necklace by Martin PMP on My Mini Factory. So again, I'll link that in the description, but really beautiful necklace here. So the next step is to clear it up, and the way I'm going to do that is by using this clear gloss. So I'm going to head out to the garage, and I'm going to give it one good coat on both sides, and I'll bring it back in, let it dry, and that'll be it. So here we go. And as you can see here, it has cleared the print up completely. So now you can see right through it, and it's got a real nice shine to it. Let's take it back inside. Okay, so I've brought it back in from the garage. It's still a little tacky, but okay to touch. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's become very translucent now. So it'll be perfect for hanging on a window, or make as a necklace, I guess. If I was to keep this as a necklace, I'd hit it with a couple more coats of clear coat, just to make sure that there's no resin or anything, just to not irritate any skin. So I don't think that's going to focus. So yeah, that's the process there. Pretty simple. If anybody's interested, I can maybe do another video on how I made this one. Essentially, the process is the same. This is M3DM's Haunted Horseman. I can link that as well. So what I did with this one is I just put some blue ink on it, and it was quite dark when I did that. So I basically took the whole model and I dipped it back into the 99% IPA, and it kept diluting it, and I got this really beautiful blue glass color. So yeah, pretty simple. You guys should go give it a shot, see what you can make. Thank you.